bank's name. Prior to that, they had a deed in their name with the lien of a bank. Now, the homeowner's name comes off of the deed and the bank's name goes on as homeowner. Because we live in the state of Michigan, there is called redemption rights. Redemption rights are from the date of the sheriff's sale. You have 6 months to redeem this property. Redeem it is sell it, refinance it, we know that can't happen because of their credit, or pay it off. That's the 3 rights they have. As soon as that sheriff's sale happens, all phone calls stop. The homeowner said, they forgot about me. No, they can't contact you in that redemption period. So we're sitting there waiting. The goal is to get a short sale done and approved before that 6-month window ends. When that 6-month window ends, it's like an egg timer. When that 6 months starts, I cannot stop that or prolong that. We have to have it closed, completed before the end of redemption. Yes?
I'm buying a short sale right now.
Okay.
The redemption was over April 4th. Somehow this whole transaction got lost in wherever it went. And now the listing agent is saying that he got a hold of the bank and the bank has agreed, or somebody, whoever, has agreed to extend that redemption period.
The bank's not the issue. Well, the person at the bank that I guarantee that they're talking to, yeah, sure. We had one and we closed 130 of these a month, 100 to 130. We've had one we were able to close outside of redemption by 24 hours. And it has to do with the underlying investor of that home you're buying and the attorney firm and the correct verbiage to satisfy the title so they can insure over that redemption, and that's where you're going to have an issue. So make sure, Kathy's very familiar on that. Make sure you get covered because you don't want to close on a thing and ultimately the redemption is up. If they didn't do it correctly, now what? You're going to move in there or whatever you're going to do.
So who will be able to find that? The title company?
Yeah, if the title company, get with Kathy, which is that, oh no, wait, you're the buyer, so I don't know
I'm the buyer, yeah, I don't
what
know.
title company.
I'll have to find out.
Get with Kathy and she'll help you on what they're going to look for.
Okay.
Make sure that verbiage is correct. Because like
Okay.
I said, we try on hundreds and hundreds to do it, and we got one done by 24 hours, and that was pulling teeth. So
Wow.
protect yourself.
Okay.
All right. Now, once that 6 months are over, then the bank has to go serve papers, either post them on the door or have somebody sign for them to hold an eviction hearing. Eviction hearing, if the bank is doing everything perfect, will happen in about 2 months after the 6 month expires. So if a homeowner stops making their payments today, it's a pretty good shot that they're going to get by with about a year or so with no payments and staying in that property. We currently have a couple customers that are in their 3rd year and never had an eviction hearing, nothing. And they're wondering, what do we do? Well, stay there, it's free. Well, why not? Until they contact you, you might as well stay. Okay, then there's an eviction hearing. You then go in front of the judge, that homeowner, if they want. The judge says how much time you need to get out of your house. I need 2 weeks. The judge may say, I'll give you 10 days. After that 10 days expires, if you're still not out, then the bank has to go back to court and get a writ of execution, which then allows them to get the sheriff, and that's where they knock on the door and say, okay, you have 24 hours to get out or we're throwing your stuff out. So if you get a homeowner that's panicking about, oh my God, they're holding a sheriff's sale, he's gonna come kick me out, slow them down. They got months and months and months before that happens. Any questions on that? So once you go late, they then go to a sheriff's sale. From the sheriff's sale, they have 6 months to do whatever they're going to do with that property before any threat of getting kicked out of the house. Then it's probably another 2 months or so for an eviction hearing. So if you stop making your payments, it's at least 4 to 5, 6 months before they hold a sheriff's sale, 6 months for the redemption, another couple months to kick out. So you've got roughly about a year. Your job is to find the people that are in trouble, that are starting to fall behind, are behind. An average human being does not know the words what short sale means. They have no idea. And people, when they don't understand something, they do this. It's going to get better, it's going to get better. You guys as realtors have to go tell and educate these people peel their hands away from their eyes and say, listen, I have an alternative for you. It's crucial that you get in front of them or talk to them, because once you give them an out, it's amazing. Let me give you some stats that we found out about a year ago. You two have been in real estate for a while. How long? Were you in a big boom when it was crazy? Doing great? No? All right. Back when real estate was decent, the hardest thing for you to do was convince me to list my house. You had to tell me how much my house was worth, because it's all about dollars when I'm the seller. That's pretty hard to do. The statistics that I've gotten is, after you sell me or sell my house, within 90 days, they do not remember the company that helped them. In 120 days, they don't remember your name. It's pretty sad. That's why you mail them cards all the time, to stay in front of them. In network, that's the key to making your business run. Short sales. Currently, within, if let's say we did a short sale and you were my realtor and you helped me, you become family. The current numbers on a short sale is, if you help me, it's still climbing. In 36 months or 3 years, they can get your name and your phone number in front of whoever they want to give it to. They remember you. Why? You helped them. You helped their family out of this mess. Listing a short sale has got to be a whole heck of a lot easier than the old days, because now you don't get any money at closing. Mr. and Mrs. Customer, my job is to help your family out of this mess, put this behind you, and let's get you back to zero again so you can move on with your life. And they're going to say, correct. Once you do that, amazing how many repeat and referrals you're going to get. Because ultimately, they're going to buy another house as soon as their credit's straightened out. And if HUD's got their way, HUD's trying to get it passed, or FHA, to basically say this: if you did a short sale and did it correctly, we will allow you to buy a house one day after you close on a short sale, providing the square footage is less than what you sold. Not price, square footage. If that passes, you not only sold one, or listed one and sold it, then you can turn around and be the buyer's agent for them, and they'll follow you anywhere you go. Short sales aren't going away. Currently, what's going on, I'm privy to talk to, which I can say, Bank of America, Chase Bank, Wells Fargo, all the big banks. I get on their conference calls. They make me mute my phone because I love to talk or voice my opinion. Currently, most of the lenders, I'm going to give you Bank of America as an example, they categorize their mortgages in 3 different phases, or whatever you want to call it, buckets. Let's call it buckets. Bucket 1 is a $200,000 mortgage and below. That's pretty much what we've seen as far as short sales out there right now. We've had some higher ones, always going to be, but the majority of the short sales, if you had to sum them all up throughout the United States, is people that owe 200 grand or less. Well, banks love graphs and charts and all this other stuff. They went back and seen a pattern for these people. They went 10 days late, 15 days late, 20 days late, and as soon as they hit 30 days late, they gave up. Anybody know why? 30 days late, it hits your credit. A 20-day late doesn't show up on your credit. So once you damage my credit, everybody just went, we're done. And that's where the roll, and of course the economy caused this. Them stages happen rapidly because that average buyer, most of them, not all of them, most of them did not have a lot of liquid cash to buy themselves some time. Then there's the bucket for $200,000 to $1 million. Currently, as of last week, people are following the same pattern. 10 days late, 15 days late. They're now into the 15 to 20 day late. Bank of America feels we're going to have a whole nother rush of short sales if something doesn't happen to these people in the next 20 to 30, 45 days.
What do you mean happen?
Meaning something changes. They can start to make their payments on time, get caught up. Why are they going slower? Because that caliber of person, $200,000 to $1 million, usually has more resources, more family, more liquid savings. They'll dip into their 401k even though they shouldn't, to buy themselves some time. So their stages are going, but they're afraid when 30 days late hit, you now damage my credit, why am I going to give you